The clinic was rebuilt in the mid-1950s. The clinic was rebuilt to replace the original clinic which stood across the street from the Knox County Hospital in the 1930s. Frizzell, son of T.P. Frizzell, a doctor at the clinic, studied architecture at Princeton University and drew up the plans for the new clinic, which was built on the foundation of the storm-damaged building. William Kenneth Frizzell, a Knox City native who went on to design buildings constructed around the world, buildings such as a few of his other works also include Mr. Kenneth did a lot of Marriott's work too, such as in 1953, a tornado roared through Knox City, tearing and ripping through the original clinic. A storm Mr. Bill Baker still remembers to this day.
In 1953, Knox City experienced a devastating tornado which destroyed about a third of the town, but it also did serious damage to the clinic, knocking off the roof and some of the exterior walls. This is about the same time that Dr. Frizzell's son, William Kenneth Frizzell, had completed his training at Princeton and OU in Arkansas, and was ready to get into his field, architectural work. And so he designed the building that we've just recently removed to replace with the new clinic. He designed that building, and I think the unique thing about it was that it went back on the original foundation of the old clinic, and the concept for the design was unique considering it was 1953.
In April 2012, a major windstorm came through Knox City, causing damage around town, knocking down trees and causing other damage in town. It also caused damage to the hospital, knocking the roof off the pharmacy. It also caused some roof and other damage to the historic clinic. Considering the fact that the old clinic was built back in the 1950s, the bathrooms wasn't ADA approved and needed other major maintenance work done to it, the Knox County Hospital District Board simply decided to tear down the old clinic and build a newer, more fancier, better clinic, other than spending hundreds of dollars repairing the old one. which in the long run would have cost more with hardly anything to show for it. As historic as the Knox City Clinic was, the old must be replaced by the new. This did not sit very well with many.
It was a shame because the upkeep should have been kept up on the place, and we wouldn't be in this right now.
I just can't believe they're tearing down historical buildings that's here in the town. They keep tearing them all down, and we're not going to have anything historical around here. Pretty sad. Real sad.
When the Thompson, I guess when Dr. Thompson or Brazell or whoever had it, never did anything to it, so that's why it's like it is today.
You know, they could have did something with this one, made a storage building or a city library, they could have did something with it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Something useful, That's a good building just going to waste there. And this thing was bid back in the 50s, after the tornado came through and wiped out the hospital and everything else.
Right.
And this guy went on to be, they had a write-up about him in the paper. He went on to be a famous architect building buildings in New York City and everywhere else. It just don't seem right, man. It don't seem right to tear down something that old.
It's sad. It's really sad. Yeah. A bygone era.
Despite the fact that many were very angry, mad, and upset over the fact that in their views and in their eyes, an historic building, an historic history of Knox City was torn down and destroyed. There are many in the same community that are looking forward in working and are very excited about getting the new clinic.
Yeah, it's sad to see it down, but it had to be done because it's like 60-year-old building and a lot of repairs needed to be done. So I guess a new building would be much better. And I'm very glad and happy that we're getting a new clinic.
We are so happy that we are getting a new clinic. It will be a larger environment to be able to treat our patients and give them better quality health care. And we're really excited about getting a new building.
Meanwhile, there has been a makeshift clinic temporarily set up inside the Knox County Hospital District so people can still go to the clinic while construction is underway for the new building. Here is an exclusive look at what the new Knox City Clinic is going to look like. This clinic is going to be bigger, better, more spacious. It's going to have a drive-through pharmacy. It's going to have a waiting area for those that are waiting for their medications to be filled. The bathrooms are going to be bigger and better. The patient rooms are going to be even bigger and better. This clinic is going to be very, very handicap friendly and more accommodating with those with disabilities. The citizens of Knox County should be very, very happy and pleased for the new building that they are about to get.
All that being said, we'd have to remember that the old clinic was inadequate in many respects. The patients' rooms were small. It definitely was not handicapped accessible, and I can't help but believe that the medical community and the citizens of Knox City will be better served with a new, more accommodating facility. And I hope that answers any questions that anybody might have, but we were proud of the old clinic. We're proud to get a new clinic. Thank you.
I whisper in your ear the words you wanna hear. You feel the wind and it